has aces. What? It worked out brilliantly. You're gonna win a lot or lose a lot.
What's up, guys? I'm Leticia Bufoni. As a professional skateboarder and a racing driver, I'm used to taking risks. In this new podcast and video series, I'm meeting people from around the world who shares the same mindset. I'm going to find out what drives them and look deeper into the relationship between performance and pressure. This is the Team Ignition Show. What's up, guys? I'm Leticia Bufoni. I'm out here in downtown LA, and I'm about to meet up with professional poker player Dan Cates. Let's play some poker.
I am Daniel Cates. I'm a professional poker player, one of the most successful in the world at it. By the time I was 19, I had made $100,000. By the time I was 20, I had made $1 million, and by the time I was 21, I had made $5 million from online poker. I got into playing poker because I wanted to be free, and I wanted a way out of my day job. It was more about strategic risk for me. When I first started, I was actually quite bad. It was surprisingly bad, and I lost a few $1,000s for various reasons very fast. I then took a job at McDonald's for about a month, made $1,000, and then after that, bizarre destiny moment of sorts, I won a tournament for $5,000, and from there I kept winning and winning more until I became the biggest winner in 2010 for over $5 million. It's probably worth it to risk a disproportionate amount of oneself towards breaking the 9 to 5.
I don't know anything about poker. I don't like losing money, so I cannot understand their mindset. So the plan tonight is to play a real poker game, and Dan is gonna help me out. He's gonna be coaching me.
My plan is to teach her some basics and to give her what I believe the exploits will be against these guys. To have her do things that they don't expect her to do. All right, well, we're gonna have to start with what beats what. Okay, so if you don't know what your hands are, they're not gonna try to bluff you because they don't really have an idea of how you're gonna respond.
I don't think I'm ready to play a poker game by myself with real money. If it was just for fun, okay, but I don't know if I know enough.
I'm gonna have to quiz you a little bit. Right now, who's got the best hand?
Maybe I do.
You sure? I think she'll be afraid to run bluffs. I think she might make tight folds, but she might just not know and just call everything. It'll definitely make her feel very nervous about playing and think she's making mistakes and overthinking things. 7s beats 2 5s. That's all I've got. See, I messed with you there a little bit. I'm testing you. So she'll probably learn some strategy.
The pressure tonight will be because I'm playing his money. If I was playing with my own money, it was definitely not gonna be a $50,000 buy-in. I think it'd be crazy. I just hope I don't lose his money because I don't know if he's gonna like that or not.
Let's play some poker.
Is there a lot of pressure when you're playing the high-stake games?
It depends on how you look at it.
'Cause I feel the pressure right now.
Really?
Not even playing for money, but it's a lot of pressure.
Once you get used to it, it's mostly not high pressure. But there are certain circumstances where it's high pressure. Like in the final table of a tournament, or someone has a share of you, or if it's a very high stakes game, then yes, there's a lot of pressure.
Do you get scared at all?
A little bit, but they're more afraid of me than I am of them.
How do you get them to go all in?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Just ask them, can you guys go all in, please?
If you say that, you should probably be bluffing because usually when you talk, it's viewed as confidence. There's a strategy to bluffing. You don't want to bluff people off good hands. You don't even need to bluff people off good hands.
I feel like they'll know when I'm bluffing because I'm just not good at lying and I don't have a poker face.
You would probably have some success by talking when you are bluffing. Let's just put it like that. I think they don't expect that. I found in my experience, talking gets people to fold more.
If I was playing with my own money, I'll put $100, maybe 200 max. But since I'm playing his own money, That's gonna be a lot of pressure.
Don't worry too much about being afraid or anxious. I'll be watching. You can come and get some advice whenever you need it, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Ooh, let's do it. I'm a little nervous. I've never played a real game like this.
She's more or less relaxed, but she looks a little bit confused. Probably just trying to figure out her hand and probably can't think straight. There's always an element of risk in many of the decisions, especially when you're doing things competitively, like there's the risk of losing and winning. I was playing $1 million game in Manila, and I had to get on the phone and call whoever I had to call to refinance my house. That one's a tough one to go through.
The hardest part for me will be to try to read people's face. I never done it for real, so I don't know how is it to kind of know what people are gonna do or if they're just lying or not.
She has aces. What? She has aces, and she just moved in. It's a little bit too crazy. She's just kind of put all her chips in the middle and people are thinking of calling her. Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do. But it worked out brilliantly. Quite a large part of the game is actually psychology and reading people. I'm very sensitive to new information, so I change my views quite rapidly. Probably one of my strengths is that high pressure doesn't usually shift my behavior very much. The pressure is almost an illusion. A lot of it just exists, and even if you're winning or losing, if the anxiety is not serving you, then it makes little sense to have it.
All right, I need to go talk to them. I'll be right back. It's hard.
It's hard at first, and it's certain things, it gets easy. To know what hand beats, how good a certain hand is.
What do you think about me playing? And what can I do better?
You can play tighter pre-flop, meaning less hands, and you can raise more pre-flop. You have something playable. Yeah, big thing is to figure out what beats what's actually a good hand later on in the hand. I think that would be the next step for you.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the table. Thanks for the advice, and I hope I don't lose more money.
All right,
All right, see ya.
Try not to lose another 50,000, please.
I'll try my best, I promise.
She's actually not playing with real money, but she thinks she is, so that she can have a real experience and feel a bit of the stress and all that. Well, she made it very big, and then everyone called. At least she raised. She's got a playable hand. She's gonna win a lot or lose a lot. She seems to be wildly overplaying her hand at the moment. 70 to 80% of people have the tendency of playing hands very straightforward and not bluffing, or another archetype, which is to kind of take a little bit too much of the crazier sorts of plays and be too crazy in some kind of direction. It looks like she busted.
I lost all your money.
I see.
I didn't know what I was doing. I lost it all. What do we do?
Getting over loss is very important. You have to get over loss to be successful at poker or anything where there's risk involved. It's fine to feel emotional, but you can't let them control you, make you reactive. So how did it feel to play?
When I won a couple, I was kind of stoked. And then I started losing everything, and I was kind of I was annoyed.
It's definitely not fun when you're losing. If you lose a bunch of hands in a row, it can be really annoying. It's part of the discipline stuff that you can't let it get to you too much.
Thank God it wasn't real money, because I just felt terrible when I lost it all. Was that the most that you ever lost?
No.
No?
No, I've lost a little bit more.
Like how much?
I lost $1 million in a day before.
That's crazy. I don't feel so bad then. I do have more respect for poker players. It's not easy, you gotta think a lot. You can lose focus. I wish I did a little better, but it is what it is. I risked it all and lost it all. If we could just skip that part of losing and just win money, that would be great. I'll be down for that.
I still think that if done right, this idea of risk versus reward can apply to really making loads of money. You have to risk it all to be able to win it all. I've lost it all a countless amount of times. Just get over it and just keep going for it. That's how you win. The best winners lose all the time.
Next time on the Team Ignition Show.
I've definitely lost $1 million in a day.
In a day?
Yeah.
$1 million?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. When was the first time that you made real money?
I made $100,000 by the time I was 19. I've won over multiple tens of millions in total. There's risk of people betraying you and people running away with your money or getting cheated and all this kind of stuff. I played for 72 hours once. Yeah.
No sleep?
Very little, 1 hour of sleep.
Wow, that's long.